welcome to episode 7 of the MD Quilter Knits podcast. I'm Beth, and I'm coming to you from the Eastern Shore of Maryland. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as MD Quilter. I also have a Ravelry group for this podcast. Just search for MD Quilter Knits podcast, and you will find the group. We have a couple of knit-alongs going on right now. Actually, one knit-along and a challenge. Yeah, that's where to find me. Sorry, I am a little sidetracked right now. I just podcasted a week ago, so I don't have a whole lot to go over with you today. But I did want to catch you up on some of my things that I've finished and cast on recently. Believe it or not, I have 2 finished sweaters. One of them, kind of see me wearing it right now. And the other one was on the needles last week as well. So without further ado, let's talk about what I'm wearing. I am wearing my finished Beats and Bones pullover. Let me see if we can get all of this up in here. There is the color work and more color work. It's an extremely deep yoke. It's fitting me very much like a swancho. This was a test knit. The pattern is out now. We discovered through testing that some tweaks needed to be made to the sizing or to the pattern in some of the upper sizes, so that we didn't wind up with this super long yoke, which we have here. But you know what? It's okay, because I will wind up wearing this kind of like a 3-season swancho. It hits me almost to my knees. It's a very long sweater, which is okay, because then I can wear it with leggings. So I'm not upset about this at all. The yarn is this brick yarn and the mustard yarn were from Knit Crate. It is an unknown base, but it is fingering weight. The colorways are also unknown. This yarn was provided to me by Knit Crate. And then the blue that's in here is actually kind of a tealy blue. And that is Plucky Knitter Trusty Fingering in the Vintage Icebox colorway. So I had a great time knitting this. I'm so glad that it's finished. And it's actually very comfortable today. We are right now kind of in the mid to upper 50s right now. So it's a good, nice knockaround sweater for today. Yeah, so that's what I've got here finished. Hooray! My other finished object is my Glenmore sweater. This was a preview knit for Isolde Teague, and it is completely finished. Look at that. Yay! Completely off the needles. We have 2 sleeves. We have finished neckband. All done. This sweater is so soft. Oh my God. I needed to get cold again so that I can wear it. Yeah, this is just wonderful. This yarn is Durerum Natura, and this is the Poivre colorway on the Cyrano base. And the Cyrano base is rated as Aran, but it's pretty close to bulky. But yeah, it's nice. Look at the texture that we've got here on this sweater. Super fun. Love this colorway. It's not my normal go-to. I'm normally more of a bright, colorful person, but I am in love with this sweater. And I can't wait to wear it next winter. Unless we have a cold snap, which who knows, anything can happen. All right, so that's what's off the needles. Let's talk about what's on the needles. Right now, I'm only working on 2 things. Can you believe it? Almost monogamous. There's a reason for this. All right, so we still have the Elton knit along going on at the shop. Made a little more progress this past Friday. About halfway to the bottom of the underarm where I can pick up at the shoulder. There's some a little bit closer for you. The yarns are this solid here is from Magpie. It is for domestic fingering base. The colorway is unknown because it was a bootleg skein, which was kind of an oops skein. And this multicolor mohair is from Dream in Color. It is their kid silk lace in the Strikes Twice colorway. And I am loving how this is knitting up. Really looking forward to having this one done. This one is currently living in my Madder Root waxed canvas trundle bag. It's nice orange waxed canvas with the... Sorry about that. I had a phone call come in. So yeah, so it's in my Madder Root bag with the waxed canvas bottom, the wool top, and this lovely orange yarn balls printed onto the cotton lining. Love this bag. It's the trundle style bag, and it's fantastic. All right, so my other project is a new cast on, and it is a test knit for Mina Phillip, the knitting expat. I am testing her igneous sweater, and this sweater is losing some stitches. Sorry, didn't want to lose a stitch. This sweater is a pullover, and it is a textured pattern. So here's the beginning. See the texture pattern here? That's pretty true to the coloring right there, that pretty pink. Yeah, so we have this texture pattern that goes up the body of the sweater. It's this heavy texture pattern, and then it lightens in density as you get farther up the sweater. And this one is actually going to be faded. This is the first color. So this will be all of the ribbing on the sweater will be in this pretty fuchsia pink. So the bottom ribbing, the cuffs, and the neckband will all be in this fuchsia, which is this color here. It's Dream in Color Jilly. And then the next color that's going to be added is this one. Light speckly gray. And then the grays will get darker as we move up, and more pinks will be added in. So yeah. So that is Igneous by Mina Phillip. My goal is to knit about 4 inches on this every day. And if I do that, then I will get finished in time. And this one is living in my Hide and Hammer 04 bag. This is the gray bag with the natural color handles. The 04 bag has a button on the bottom to give it a box bottom so that it sits up nicely. I have mine set up folded down into a yarn bowl right now. It's just easier to use. And then I've got this cute little carry handle. And it's pretty much just staying with me in the house right now while I'm working on it. So no need to close it up. My cat stays away from it, which is very good. All right, so that is all that is currently on the needles. I will be casting on soon a test knit, but I'm not actually part of the test. I was, Damie from Magpie Fibers, she reached out to me a couple days ago and asked me if I would like to do their sample or her sample for the new Jennifer Steingass pattern, which is called Aurealis. And it is in testing right now. The pattern was designed using Magpie Swanky DK, which is their merino cashmere nylon DK weight yarn, and also Spin Cycle dyed in the wool for the color work. And of course I jumped on it and said absolutely. So I talked to Damie earlier today, and they are in the process of dyeing the main color for me right now, and they'll be shipping the yarn to me shortly. I got a copy of the pattern today. So yeah, so this is going to be fun. And I have no idea what colors it's going to be, but it's a magpie, so it will be gorgeous no matter what. And you know that I will be showing it off here on the podcast as well once I get it. Other than that, I am working on the secret sample for the shop right now for local yarn shop day that I promised Karen that I wouldn't show my progress on it. So you guys will have to wait until it's revealed to those at the shop, and then I will show it on the podcast. I'll show a picture of it at least here on the podcast. But that's going to be fun. And yeah, that's it right now as far as what's being worked on. Excuse me. I have a new mug. It says life without yarn and wine is like an unsharpened pencil. It has no point. Very, very true. Sadly, right now, all I'm drinking is water, but water is good too. Excuse me. All right, acquisitions. What have I received in the last week? This week, I got a new bag. Just what I needed, right? I always need a new bag. All right, so this is from Stitch Mischief. It is a Finch bag. It has sweaters on it. It's going to become a sweater bag. The inside is polka dots. And as always, it has pretty pockets in there. And I'll show you. It opened up as well. There it is open. And there it is with the drawstring pulled. Yep. So this is great. There's her tag right there. Stitch Mischief. Whoops. She actually designed this pattern. And one day when I can see my sewing machines again, I will be able to make myself one. I did buy the pattern as well. So yeah, so that's the newest bag. I don't have any plans to put that into rotation yet, but you know me, I like to match my projects and my bags. So when the right project goes on the needles, that bag will be used. All right. March Cabana Club from Rising Tide Fiber Company. Oh my God. Is that not beautiful? Look at those green speckles. Look at that. And the aqua. And the dark green. Oh. So the Cabana Club this year, once again, in case you've forgotten, the theme is Women of Country in the 90s. And March was Mary Chapin Carpenter with her song Lucky. Love it. Or I feel lucky. I love this. I can't wait to knit with it. All right. Then Susan from Desert Vista Dye Works decided to do a sale. And when she does a sale, I tend to not be able to resist. So she put all of her Zombody colorways on sale. I had to order some. So this one has been on my radar for years. It's called Zom Llamas in Pajamas. Look at that. There's the colorway, Zom Llamas in Pajamas. Yeah. Fun, fun color. Looking forward to knitting with that. And then the mother of all Zombodies. This is a RuPaul's Drag Race colorway, and this one is inspired by Ru herself. Look at those beautiful colors. There you go, the mother of all Zombodies. Anyone else watch RuPaul's Drag Race? I love Drag Race. It is one of my favorite pastimes on Friday nights now is to watch the new season of Drag Race. Got some great queens on it this year. All right. Next one. Somebody's Hanging the Lights. There we go. So we got our fun Christmas light colors and our zombie skein. Zombie decomp. There we go. Somebody's Hanging the Lights. And finally, I decided to order a skein that's called Dry Bones. And this is the decomp stripe color that Susan uses in the Zombie colorways. So this is the speckled zombie stripe in a full skein. My friend Sherry, hi Sherry, she decided to knit a pair of Hermione's everyday socks using this this Dry Bones colorway. And they came out great. So I'm thinking about doing the same thing and then using the leftover for heels on my Zombie socks. Perhaps on my Drag Race socks, because I have the entire Drag Race collection. Yeah, definitely one for a theme. Yeah, so there we go. So that's all that I have for acquisitions. Can you believe it? The only other thing that I want to talk about is our challenges and knit along. So we have our, excuse me, let me grab some water. So we have our year-long challenge, which is Shop the Stash First. And that is a challenge going on in the Ravelry group. We have some finishes. We have lots of people participating. Thank you all that are participating and posting things. And I hope to see you guys on Instagram posting things. I am following the hashtag. So yeah. But the object of that is to shop your stash before you go out and buy yarn for another project. So yeah, most of us have accumulated fantastic stashes over the years. And wouldn't it be great to use some of that yarn that we bought so long ago and just fell in love with? So that's the first challenge that's happening. And then we also have our binge knit binge along. I can't remember what we're calling it. I am a terrible host. We're doing this knit along in conjunction with Melissa from the Knitter's Closet podcast. And I will put up what it's called and the hashtag for it down below. My brain is just not there right now. But the object of this knit along is to binge TV shows and knit while you're doing it. So our first series that we're binging is Dexter. And Melissa and I are both trying to finish our scrappy sock yarn blankets. And I have about 200 squares left to knit. I'm not sure how many squares she has left to knit. You need to check out her podcast and she will tell you all about her sock yarn blanket. And yeah, so we're just trying to binge and knit. What more can you do? So yeah, so we've got that going on. And then finally, we have our 100 subscriber giveaway. Once again, thank you all so much for subscribing to the podcast. I am so glad that you guys have put your faith in me and enjoy watching what I'm working on and all of that, and just spending a little time with me every couple weeks. So in order to enter that giveaway, you need to watch episode 6, which is the episode before this one, and comment on that episode. And yeah, you also need to be a subscriber of the podcast. But I put together a nice little prize package. I have a project bag from Fate's Thread, and some yarn from Nerd Girl Yarns, some stitch markers from Silver Siren Designs, and some Cocoa Knits Notions. So it's a nice little prize pack, and I'm looking forward to giving it away to somebody, one of you lucky viewers. So yeah, so thank you so much for visiting us. It's a nice, short and sweet episode because it's only been a week since our last episode. I will see you again in 2 weeks, but make sure you come back to see what MD Quilter knits next. Bye-bye.